Hey everybody, what's going on? How you all doing? We are here with Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 was just officially announced by Rockstar just yesterday, the day I'm recording this, and I figured this would be a good time to play this game and record it. It's been many years since I've played this game, and I figured it'd be a good time to revisit it. Good timing with the second one being announced, and just to kind of give you guys my thoughts on this game. This game doesn't hit home with me as much as it does everybody else. I'm not the biggest Red Dead Redemption fan, and Red Dead Revolver kind of sucks, but Red Dead Redemption just doesn't click with me so much because of I'm not a big fan of westerns. I don't like western-themed movies or games or anything like that. There's very few western-related things I like. But other than that, I love the story of Red Dead Redemption. I love the characters. I love everything about this game other than really the western theme to it, really, just because it's not a huge theme to me or like a great theme to me. But I do understand the kind of the acclaim this game has gotten, and I understand why people like it so much. It's just for me, the western theme, not very interesting to me. I still like the game, just not quite as much as everybody else. But I figured I'd go and play it for you guys, kind of like a background project in between the more newer releases. But let's go ahead and let's get this started. We'll turn on subtitles as soon as I can.
I'm grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
All right, an armadillo. Man, it's been a long time since I played this. Let's see. Is it tap X to run? Man, it's been so long. All right. It's gonna kind of suck because I believe at the end of this game, John Marston, our character here, dies or gets killed, which kind of sucks because he's kind of one of my more favorite things about this game. So I really hope they can bring a character as likable as him to the to Red Dead Redemption 2. But I don't know, we'll see.
John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
And the guy's a beast on that piano. Alright, before I go any further, let me turn on the subtitles. There we go, on. I think that should be about all I need. I don't need any cheats or anything like that. I think we're good. I forgot this game had multiplayer. Interesting. Do I have any outfits? Alright. I wonder...
You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in all of New Ulster.
I wonder if Rockstar's gonna have a new engine for
Take it easy until we're out of town.
Red Dead
Ain't no
Redemption
point in
2.
causing a ruckus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
R1. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. But I think Rockstar has pretty much used the,
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
I think Rockstar's pretty much used the Euphoria engine for, like, all of their games, like, the
Folks say it was
past
built
I don't know
during the
how
Mexican
long.
War. What kinds of soldiers
And I
around
think they've
back
just
then?
Why'd they leave?
modified it
Well, I ain't entirely sure.
for each
I
game.
heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Wow, sounds like this guy knows how to live.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Huh. Direct. I like John Marston. He's just kind of a sophisticated smartass.
Talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill. Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
All right. Well, let's start our adventure.
Let's go. Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
The lady from the train.